What is happening, YouTube? Caliber here. We're here to do another 7 Deadly Sins video, and we're going to be talking about enhancing, auto-enhancing, and what I am doing enhancing-wise, just to make my life easier, guys. So this is one of those things where, like, if you don't have the gold, don't do it. But if you have the gold to spare, do it. It's going to be something I'm going to be balancing out myself personally, because I'm not going to be able to have the gold to sustain this all the time. But overall, I'm going to be using this tactic quite a bit. Now, all right, so what you want to typically achieve is you want to use all SSR gear most of the time, all SSR gear, and you just want to fill in those slots with all +1s. Now, we're not going to do it with this set here because I'm not quite ready for it, but that's the goal. That's the goal. You want to go through here, you want to get these +1, these pieces of equipment, get them all +1 or +5, and enhance them. Now, I've played around with this with not enhancing it to not +1ing it to +1ing it to +5ing it, and honestly, I was getting some huge results from +5ing. So that's going to be my strat, and it actually coincides really well with what I've been doing. All right, so doing this is kind of a pain. Now, I'm not one that is okay with micromanaging everything. I absolutely hate micromanaging equipment. It's one of the things that I just hate the most in these type of games. You know, I just do not like micromanaging equipment. I've never been a huge fan of it. I used to be a huge fan of it, but it starts getting old after a while. Inventory management is something I just don't like dealing with. So here's a way to get past this inventory management without having to, you know, torture yourself. All right, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna create a macro. Now, I don't know how this could work on a phone. I'm sorry, I don't have any phone knowledges whatsoever recording macros on phones, but on emulators, I kind of have a decent idea. I've made a few macros in the past to make things a little bit easier for myself in certain games when it comes to, you know, there's a Final Fantasy Brave XVS where I did a Cactor Fusion macro guide that worked out really well, that people really loved. So I was like, you know what, I've done something like that. Let's go ahead and bring this over to 7 Deadly Sins and let's break down some macros. All right, as you can see here, guys, on the right hand side, there's a macro recorder for BlueStacks. This is BlueStacks. I'm not sure where it is. Most emulators have a macro recorder. It's basically the same concept though. So you're gonna go in here, okay? You're gonna figure out where you have to record your macro at. Now, what I want to do is I want to set this. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this to enhance. Okay, we want enhanced, and we want ascending, and we want not equipped. Okay, we're gonna hit apply. Now this is gonna shift everything that's been enhanced +5 all the way down here. That's exactly where we want it. All right, so to record a macro, we're gonna hit record macro here. We're gonna click on this. I like to go all the way to the far right here. So click enhance. We're gonna check this alt gauge on. We're gonna go over to here. We're gonna move this over to 5, and we're gonna hit consecutive enhance. And we're gonna let this consecutively enhance 5 times. We're gonna do this to every piece of gear. It's just gonna be simpler. It's gonna be easier to do it this way. For me personally, since I don't like micromanaging, going through +1 in every piece of equipment is gonna drive me nuts. I'd rather go through here and just +5 it and hope to get the big loots out of this. So now that we've hit this, we're gonna hit close. We're gonna go over to here. We're gonna hit this X here, and we're at the beginning, so we hit stop macro. All right, now that that macro's been fired off, guys, we're gonna just go ahead and hit play. We're gonna double check this macro to make sure it is working properly. Now, granted, you're gonna wanna go through here and click it quicker, just for you can get a quicker macro to fire off a lot faster. So this is what I'm going to be doing to all my pieces of equipment. Once I've gone through here and +5 to everything, then I'm going to go in there and salvage it and try to get some nice awakening stones from this. Now, the SSR gear and the SR gear are going to kick out some really nice awakening stones for ultra and ultra enhancing. So hopefully we get some of those. But this is the auto macro doing its time, doing its work, and this is all you got to do, guys. All right, so you got the macro set and you hit it once and nothing else happens from there. Usually you can go into settings. There's usually a repeat action set different things. You just want to repeat this. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this. Let's just say 20 times for right now. We're going to hit save. You can speed these up. I don't recommend that. I recommend trying to just click through it as quick as possible, because speeding it up can end up with you skipping a couple frames and it not registering quick enough. So now that this has been saved, we're going to close this out. We're going to fire this macro off again, and it's going to run 20 times in a row, guys. All right, so this is why you want to click as far over as possible. You see how I just missed all the 5,000 awakenings right there? So this probably saved me from this way. You got to be very, very careful with macros, because a macro is the idea of being able to walk away from whatever you're doing to doing this, and you don't want to buy things on accident or awakening things on accident. So you got to be very, very careful. I always recommend, if you do a macro, you go through and you watch it at least one time over. But see how close this gets around that 5,000 right there? So close, hidden all around it. That's why you go to the outer edges of everything, and you should be Gucci, man. You should be Gucci. All right, so this is the part that we talk about enhancing. So one thing I didn't mention before is you do want to come in here, guys, and you want to check out your gear. All your gear that is worthwhile keeping, that you're going to keep. Maybe you want to take a check out this. You want to see, okay, that's over where it needs to be. This is a good piece of equipment here. You want to make sure you come in here and you lock those pieces of equipment down. These are not the pieces of equipment you want to accidentally sell. This one, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. But I'm going to come through here and I'm going to check my pieces to make sure which ones I want to keep and which ones I do not want to keep, just to be safe. You never know. You never know. See, these are some pretty decent pieces of equipment through here for the most part. They're not absolutely terrible. From here on, I'll sell the rest of these because I don't need all those. But yeah, as you can see here, we're just going to go through here and double check all the pieces of equipment. Like this right here. That's a beautiful piece. If we were to salvage that, that would have been a huge shame, guys, a huge shame. So I'm going to come through here, double check. See, these necklaces here, they're kind of whatever. They're not something I would ideally keep. So we're just going to go ahead and move on and let our inventory be cleaned out. Let's check this real quick. See, these belts didn't do as good as I was hoping. They're definitely not in the I should keep them category, in my opinion. So I'm just going to go ahead and let those belts go. Now, when it comes to rings and stuff like that, I do want to keep my highest quality rings, because when it comes to the opportunity to actually upgrade and stuff like that to SSR gear, I want to be able to do that pretty successfully. The rest of the rings, nothing too serious I really want. But we're just going to check some few more pieces here. Let's see. That's not good enough for me. And let's go down here. And apparently I got a whole lot of these. I don't know why I have so many of these. And it looks like the rest of these can be sold off. All right, so when it comes down to salvaging, guys, we're going to go in here to her and we're going to salvage. Now you can go ahead and hit register all. As you can see in here, you're unable to check what these are really. You have no clue what's going on. You just know it's a 587 out of whatever it is. So what we'll do here is we'll get rid of a few of these pieces here, guys, just like this. Some +5s. All right, so this is where when you +5 the equipment, you get more chances for super and ultra successes. And I've had some pretty good yields from this. So hopefully you guys are able to see what I've been able to pull off. All right, here we go. Yes, we're salvaging that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check this out. Boom. Looks like we got an ultra success. Now look at that yield right there. Like, this is why I started +5 in my equipment. I was kind of in between doing not doing any plussing at all on my equipment because I was being flat out lazy, to doing +1 on my equipment. And it just felt kind of, it felt okay. It didn't feel great. Okay. Ever since I started doing this though, boom, I've been hitting it hard, man. All right, so here's another one right here. We'll see what happens here. We're gonna salvage this, see what we get back. But this is how I've been getting, like, see, look, ultra success again, guys, ultra success. This is how I've been getting a majority of my good awakening stones, is from doing this. Ever since I started +5ing, I've been finally having the regens to do my SSR gear right, and it's super good. Ultra success again. Look at that. You just don't get that by shopping at Walmart, guys. Now to point this out, I've only been doing this to SR gear and rare gear. Rare gear, I just been getting anything rare and under, I just get rid of. It does, to me, it doesn't matter. Let's do some SR gear. I don't mix SSR and SR gear together though. I'd rather have a full load of SSR gear when I do this. See, look at this, super success. That's not bad at all right there. That's actually pretty smexy, man, pretty smexy. So normally I don't do any mixing if I don't have to. Will I have to right here? You know, we're good. We're good. All right, let's do this real quick. Salvage, boom, boom, and see what we get. Let's get an ultra success. Boom, super success. Like I said, guys, this seems to be firing off on all cylinders for me. And doing the auto macros to get rid of this gear has been super huge for my success on getting my gear, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm lazy. I hate micromanaging stuff like this, so a nice little macro to clean up the inventory is just absolutely beautiful. And just taking a quick look at what I got loot wise here, which is pretty decent. And as you can see up here, I have 7 million gold. I think I had like 8.8 million, so it does take a little bit of gold. What you see in there, it does take a little bit of gold, and your gold will run out a little quicker, so you got to make some decisions. I don't enhance the R gear, I just flat out get rid of it. You know, some people enhance the R gear though, so maybe you're one of those. I'd just rather farm the gold myself than you know, these stones are just so precious to me, man. They're so hard to come by, and I'm trying to min-max some characters now, so trying to get a hold of these awakening stones for SSR gear is so huge. And that's like been the best possible way to get it, is how I've been enhancing it plus 5ing. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out on how to create a macro, and hopefully you have the capability of doing this. I will see if I can figure out a way to export this macro, and if I can, I'll put it at the bottom of the video. If not, I apologize. I'm not the best about exporting macros and all this stuff. Maybe I'll have a link in my Discord somewhere with it. I don't know. But this is only for BlueStacks. If you're running another emulator, you'll have to do this yourself. But like I said, guys, it's super important that you make sure you check off all the boxes. One last time, guys, is you go through here, you click this. It has to be on enhancing. It has to be ascending, okay? It does not work any other way, because once you +1 to piece of equipment or +5 to piece of equipment, it's going to automatically kick it to the bottom, okay? So it has to be enhance, ascending, and not equipped. Also, if you want to put your equipped equipment on you, might as well just like slap some equipment on people. Get it out of your inventory for you don't have to deal with it. So yeah, again, hopefully you guys like this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below. Was this very helpful for you? Are these the type of guides you like seeing? And yeah, you guys have yourselves a great day, because yes, it's Sunday, guys. It's Sunday, and I'm doing 2 videos today, maybe 3, maybe 4. I'm doing a lot of videos. I'm trying to do catch up, guys.